Hello, and today's 5-minute cultural presentation is about walking. I hope you enjoy it. So walking is an important thing. It helps your physical health. It's not something that'll put too much strain on aging knees or hips or any of those types of things. And for that reason alone, it's good. But of course, it's also very good for what you may call your mental health. A number of people who write about the benefits of being out in the countryside and engaging with what they see around them is legendary. But that's not really why I'm advocating it to you, because this is, after all, supposed to be something about culture and about how culture has enriched us. So I want to put before you 3 different things which may encourage you to go out to walk. It may not. I mean, that's up to you. Wittgenstein, the great German philosopher, when he talks about it, he uses the word for thought, Denkbewegung. Thought movement, paths of thought. The actual process of thinking is a journey, like a walk. There's a famous story about how Darwin used to put a little pile of stones in his garden, and as he walked round, he would pick up a stone as he went to keep a track. So he described different problems as a 2-stone problem or a 3-stone problem, because the thing is that walking is something that helps us to think. It helps us to learn. It helps us to charge our mental processes. I'm no linguist, but actually when you start looking at the origins of language, the actual idea of going on a journey is linked to the idea of learning. They both come from an early German word which we would describe as learn, because both as you learn a pathway, so too you learn a pathway through knowledge. So today's cultural presentation is saying something very simple and very straightforward. It's suggesting to you that what you perhaps ought to consider doing is going for a walk in the countryside. Or if you don't have that access, just walk around your local streets. Not for exercise. You will get that, but you can get that more effectively and efficiently by getting out your bicycle or going for a run. That's not what I'm offering to you. What I'm offering to you is a chance to think. One more thing. In Buddhist thought, there's the concept of mindfulness, which is an immensely impressive and important concept. The actual idea that we should focus on the moment, that the moment matters to us. Walking, more than anything else, allows us to do that, because as we journey through the streets and through the backgrounds of our area, then we can focus on that moment. I'm very lucky to have a garden, to walk around it, to look at the leaves, to look at each individual flower, to look at the insects that gather on them. People talk a lot about mental health and the importance of mental health. And I'm suggesting that in our culture, where we sit in cars, where we race around, where we charge around, we've lost track of the benefits that are brought by that process. And I offer you those great philosophers and their thoughts about how they actually learn through walking. But I say to you also that you can enrich and empower your own lives through the process of walking. I hope you've enjoyed today's presentation. Hope if it's done nothing else, it might encourage you to go out and go for a walk. Thank you for joining me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps to build up the channel. And thank you very much. See you next week.